Hey guys, so I'm just about to take my dogs out for a little run, some exercise, and as well just a little bit of obedience training. I'm still training my dogs to hunt and as well as just getting them ready so when we do get our property, we're able to do a lot more hunting than we are right now in the city. So right now it's just been training and it's been really hard because we don't got that much variety and we got a lot of limitations, but we're still trying our best. Now I just want to say congratulations to Nose2TheGround Outdoors, the channel. I'm going to leave a link below, who just got his dog Maggie back after losing her, and yeah, it was a bit stressing for the guy. And I saw the video by NITE Life Kennel, and it's really good that you guys are working as a community. And I'm really proud to be part of the NITE Life Kennel family, and watching what you guys do and the videos that you guys upload, and especially NITE Life Kennel. You have had some wonderful tips and advice, and it's really good that you guys watch out for each other. And once again, I'm going to leave the link for the channel Nose2TheGround Outdoors. And once again, congratulations for getting your dog back. And I truly hope that for the future you guys have good hunting and safe hunting. And, it's good that you guys got that good community. You guys are positive. I think that you guys are some of the best hunting communities out there. And when I've seen other hunting videos and other hunting communities, I just kind of felt like it was too like a lot of the hunting videos that you see out there is just the guy going out there and but I'm just basically saying that I don't like it as much as I like your guys' channel, especially NITE Life Kennel, Kentucky Cooner, but mainly NITE Life Kennel. It's just the Q&As that the guy does. It's also just how he gets more personal and involved and showing videos on all sorts of things rather than just always taking the camera on the hunt and then like giving props to his buddy when the raccoon's done and that's the end of the video. I like how they get very involved and very detailed with their videos and as well as with what they do in their everyday life relating their dogs and hunting. And you guys have had wonderful videos that you have made that has just given some wonderful advice, and as well it's helped me a lot. It's motivated me with my dogs, and I've been watching you guys for like over a year now, most of you, especially NITE Life Kennel as well as Kentucky Cooner. I've been watching you guys for a very long time, and I think that you guys have some very good channels, very good detail in what you do in the videos that you make. And I hope that you guys continue doing what you do and get bigger, expand, and as well as show the world that people who hunt and these hunting communities are really good communities, and that all of us are just trying to, just do things that are positive in life, have good lives. And when you hunt, it actually helps animal species, it helps control them, and at the same time, it is fun, it is good, and you learn some good lessons, and as well as you meet some good people when you're going out hunting. So for the people who want to criticize hunters or people who are interested in hunting or have hunting dogs or train their dogs to hunt, just understand that it's a lot of hard work, and the majority of everybody who does it is really positive. Sometimes you get a lot of odd people that do things that they're not supposed to, but you can't just blame, the whole entire society of hunters because there's people out there that are irresponsible, because even those irresponsible people, hunters don't support them. And I'm not like any professional hunter, but I have put the thought in it most of my life. A lot of my friends are hunters, and just being around that environment all my life, and as well as my family, and the traditions that they got with hunting, and as well as raising dogs, and as well as me raising dogs that were always hunting dogs, and dogs with that similar background, I've always understood what hunters do, what hunting's about, and the attitudes that hunters have, enough to know that people that are hunters, especially me, doesn't want to be irresponsible. And the channels that I follow and these channels that I just mentioned here are really good people that are responsible, that are doing their best to meet the laws, and they're asking for all the permissions, and they're trying to be really humane with the animals. Now, when the raccoon hits the ground, the dog needs that reward, so it's not just about the dog ripping up a raccoon or the prey for sport. Often the raccoon's already dead, That's just also tradition, and a lot of people who say, oh, this is bad. That no, like just take a look at it. Like these people have been doing it for hundreds of years. This is how these people fed themselves. This is how these people made a living. This is how these people controlled the natural populations of animals that are overabundant and cause damage to property and things like that. And yes, in the past, animals have went extinct, but that's not what people try to do today with hunting. People have a lot of respect for hunting and the animal populations, and they're really proud that the animals can be there so that they can hunt them. So hunters, out of anybody who wants the animals to be preserved, are hunters, because not only do you get to hunt, have fun, and teach your family, but you also want to see those animals there all the time, and you admire those animals. You admire tracking those animals and getting to those animals, because hunting is more than just one species of animals. It's different mentalities, different sorts of efforts and works that people have to put in order to get to those animals. So that's just the understanding that I have for hunting. And like I said, the coonhound community is a wonderful community of hunters, and what they do with their dogs is amazing. And a lot of people say, why do you use the cutest dogs with the beautifulest, most beautiful, cutest dogs in the world? Yeah, they're cute. The dogs look cute, but they're tough. They're tough. They're tough dogs. Their nose is perfect. Also, the design of their ear. It's not just for cuteness. It's actually, there's a purpose to it when it comes to hunting with the scent, and as well as when they bark and they bay the animal, their heads kind of flare up, because their ears and that sound is emitted, and it actually is pretty intimidating to animals, because when they're treating the animals, they're looking at an animal that has such a loud bark, such a loud noise coming out of it. It's like thunder. And as well as their ears flare up, which makes the animal look like he has a big head, like a bear, or like a little tiny lion or something like that. So that's what a lot of people don't understand, why these dogs are kind of shaped that way. And yes, they make their effect at home. They make their effect with people by being loving animals. Yes, these are some of the most coonhounds, and hounds like it, dogs like it, are some of the most, especially coonhounds, are some of the most toughest dogs you'll ever have. The most toughest dogs. You can take porcupine needles out of their face and they won't complain as much as a poodle does. But they are some of the most gentle-hearted dogs you'll ever have. They're really gentle to your other dogs, if you got them right, and as well as they're gentle to the family, especially around kids. So the people who bred coonhounds, wonderful job, and that's why I respect this community. That's why I follow this community. And I'm very proud to be part of that community. And I make videos on politics sometimes on other channels, and I try not to bring that on this channel, but I also try to defend the rights of hunters, the rights of just people trying to live their lives, because today, government and politics is crazy, and hunters are on that list. And for me, defending hunters is not just for sporting game, it's who they are, it's what they represent. They represent some of the best culture that is disappearing here in North America and as well as around the world. So for people who want to be oversensitive and blame hunters for this and that, why don't you just take a look at who these people are, what they do, and in reality, how long they've been doing it for, and just study the history of it, and also study what predators, a lot of the animals that we hunt, or these people hunt at least, more professionally, are predators. These are animals that take down your livestock, your prey. They can take down your kid if they have a chance. So a lot of people who say that, you're being so unfair, how can you take down an animal like that? You should see what a wolf or a coyote or a raccoon would do to your cat. You know what I'm saying? What it will do to your chickens, your livestock. They have no remorse when they're basically eating your food and eating the food of your family. And, so yeah, it is a bit of a war, a little bit of a conflict in that mentality. But today, hunters, I would say, are more responsible than they were before. So to say that a hunter is a bad person or a negative person, or they're doing wrong, I would suggest to you change your opinion on that, because today hunters have more regulations and restrictions than ever before, to the point where you would think they're irresponsible. No, hunters are some of the most responsible people and law-abiding people that we actually have in our countries right now. because they do follow those regulations. They do want to keep the sport, not only the sport, but the life and basically the food chain going. So also for all of you who say that it's cruel to hunt, I think that a bullet to the head or to the chest, or even if an animal takes like 5 minutes to die because you couldn't hit him well enough, is better than what we do to cows, what we do to chickens, cutting off their beaks, putting cows in basically in farm pens and the way cows are raised in mass production. I think that that's completely disgusting, and I would choose to hunt my own prey and raise my own animals any day. But you see, it's kind of hard to do that because all these regulations and laws. So in reality, we're not only removing the natural landscape, but we're making more animals victims than hunters could ever dream of. So, respect these people and what they do, or at least just let them be. If you're a person who doesn't understand and doesn't want to make the effort to understand. But I suggest you do make that effort to understand and see that these people, are wonderful people. So I'm going to leave the link below for the channel Nose2TheGround Outdoors, and as well as NITE Life Kennel, and the video that he just made on Maggie. And you see how that young guy got back with his dog Maggie, and you look at that moment. Look at his dog. His dog has fear. He thinks his owner is disappointed because he left. The dog's hungry. The dog was cold. The dog was found basically, on basically on a river and like stuck, and just look at the way the dog came back to his owner, the love, just that moment of connection. And there is a love, there is a dedication, and these hunters are out there, especially the ones who are with coonhounds or with any dogs. You guys got to understand there's a really deep relationship there, and that relationship should be respected, and as well as the hunting breeds should be respected as well, and hunters should be respected. So I just wanted to make that video just to kind of show my acknowledgement for this community, and I truly respect the coonhound community, especially the red-bone coonhounds, because that's what I have. But I love black and tans, I love walkers, I love blue ticks.